Around the world, this is CGTN special live streaming of the 5th Digital China Summit that is currently being held in Fuzhou City in southeast China's Fujian province. I'm CGTN reporter Wu Bing, and I'm glad to take you around what's happening in the summit and the exhibition in the next 14 minutes. So the summit itself only lasts for 2 days, but the surrounding events, for example, like seminars, exhibitions, and competitions, will last about a week. And after years of development, the summit has become an important platform for people from all walks of life. For example, government officials, business representatives, and scholars to talk about new trends in digital areas, and also an important bridge to boost China's digital development. And the summit kicked off on Saturday morning, and I've been there to cover the event. So first, let's take a look at the summit and a brief introduction of China's digital achievements in the past 5 years. Let's take a look. From home management to industry upgrades, China is becoming more and more digital. Government officials, scholars, and business representatives have gathered in the city of Fuzhou in Fujian province to discuss building a more digital China in the future. They are taking part in the 5th edition of Digital China Summit and will attend a series of seminars, exhibitions, and innovation competitions. The annual summit is an important platform for exhibitors to show their latest digital solutions and products.
We use city information modeling to form the base of a digital city. I will also give a speech on the topic this afternoon. The second is a white paper on digital housing and construction.
We released our new PKS 3.0 computing architecture, and then we launched a series of new products based on the PKS system. Our main computing products are being used by more industries, including digital finance, digital government, digital healthcare, and digital energy.
The Digital China Summit was first held in 2018, but the idea of building a digital China goes back to over 2 decades ago. Back in 2000, when President Xi Jinping was a provincial official in Fujian province, he proposed the idea of building a digital Fujian, and he's been boosting the digital economy in China ever since. And here in a special exhibition showcasing China's digital achievements in the past 5 years, we see how his pioneering idea is becoming a reality. In the past 5 years, China's digital economy has grown from 27 trillion yuan, about $4 trillion to over 45 trillion yuan, or about $6.7 trillion. The digital economy accounts for almost 40% of the total GDP.
We have built the world's largest fiber optic and mobile broadband network, covering more than 400 million households. We have also built 1.8 million 5G base stations and nurtured more than 150 industrial internet platforms, connecting more than 79 million industrial devices.
However, earlier this year, President Xi Jinping noted that despite the rapid development and remarkable achievements in recent years, China's digital economy is not strong enough compared with the world's leading powers. In that article published in January this year, President Xi pointed the direction of the country's digital development. He noted China's strengths regarding the huge amount of data and abundant application scenarios. He called for a deep integration of the digital technology with the real economy, empowering transformation and upgrading of traditional industries and nurturing new industries and business models. Wu Bin, CGTN, Fuzhou City, Fujian province. Welcome back, and apart from the main forum, this year's summit also has 18 sub-forums held on new technologies and a special exhibition showcasing China's digital achievements in the past 5 years. And nearly 500 exhibitors are here to showcase their new achievements in digital technology, and most of them are self-developed technologies. And here we are in this exhibition booth established by China Electronics Corporation. Well, to some of the audience who may not know what China Electronic Corporation is, so CEC is one of the key state-owned conglomerates in China and the largest state-owned IT company in the country. Well, just now you've heard from my report that I interviewed someone from the CEC, and he's talking about the PKS system that is brought to the exhibition. So this year, they brought their PKS 3.0 system and relevant products to the 5th Digital China Summit. And so our audience may not know what PKS is. So first, I will give you a brief introduction of what PKS is. So PKS, the P represents Phyton. That's the self-developed computer chip. And K represents Killian software. And the S represents security. So the PKS system, in a brief word, is a comprehensive digital solution based on CEC's self-developed chips and the softwares. And here we are, we see the representatives from CEC. They are explaining their latest digital achievements and products to business representatives and other government officials who are visiting the exhibition booths. And this is actually one of the many activities held during this year's Digital Summit. Well, and now I'm pleased to be joined by Li Zhenning. He is the Deputy General Manager of Killian Software. So just now, I've introduced to our audience a little bit of the PKS and what PKS stands for. And you are in charge of the K, the Killian software. So can you briefly introduce us what Killian operating system is and briefly introduce us its influence in computing systems?
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. Killian is a safe Linux operating system, which is the spirit of a computer system. It provides all of control resource of a system, such as hardware and software. And they provide the human-computer interface and unify standards and specifications of hardware equipment and application software, and ensure the hardware and software is compatibility, and to support the development of ecological partners.
And I think Mr. Li, he's going to show the Killian operating system, right?
Pleasure. As we say, this computer has already installed the Linux operating system, and this computer provides the traditional user interface and the Unicode, the application store, and security, the security system architecture. As we see, our Linux is very friendly and simple to use.
And what is the most important capabilities in operating system, and what progress have we made so far?
The ecological is the most important capability of a cooperating system. Killian cooperation attaches great importance to ecological construction and has a professional team to develop software and hardware partners. And at present, Killian Corporation has established construction relations with more than 5,000 enterprises and completed more than 430,000 software and hardware certification and transportation. Our ecological website has more than 30 user registered. Recently, we holding an ecological competition and inviting many computer manufacturers and software developers, college teachers and students and volunteers from open source community to join us and constructor system ecological.
And so, what about softwares? Do you think do we have enough softwares?
Oh no. As we say, we don't have enough application by far. In the future, we hope more software developer will cooperate with us and provide the abundant application software to our customers.
Well, indeed, the varieties of software and apps are very important to an operating system, and we thank you very much, Mr. Li, for joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And from the interview just now, many of you might think that CEC is a little bit far from our daily lives, and that's partly true. So in the past, the PKS system is usually used in offices and also industrial manufacturing. But in recent years, it is also expanding its footsteps and its applications to living situations and living scenarios. For example, we see here they have a robot cat that is attracting a lot of attention, attracting a lot of children to pet them. This is also based on the company's PKS system. And here, there's another product that's attracting a lot of attention. We see a lot of children are waiting in queue to try to get an experience on this spinning bike. And here I am. I'm pleased to be joined by Veronica Gao, and she's the strategic specialist of Meta Sports. Welcome to the program, Veronica Gao. And so we've seen a spinning bike behind you. And what's it called? And is it part of products of Meta Sports? And what's Meta Sports?
Okay, Meta Sports is a digital sport product featuring immersive virtual cycling experiences. The core is a virtual racing platform. Through the platform, we aim to establish a professional digital road comprehensive race in China. And the underlying layer of our product is also based on our EC cloud computing technology. And the PKS is gradually expanding civil fields such as both in addition to cities and industries.
And what is the layout of this business? Because Meta Sports is part of CEC, and what's this layout of their business of CEC?
As we all know, the year of 2022 is a year of rapid race in the digital application in the industry. And the digital technology has also become the key driving force for the sports industry. So on this point, Meta Sports open up a new market space for CEC under the Digital China strategy.
And so what kind of market, because Meta Sports is mainly targeted in the sports area, so what kind of market is Meta Sports focused on or targeted?
Okay, Meta Sports focus on virtual racing events and also provide entertainment virtual fitness services during the non-event period. Through the platform, we help the government to create Super City name card.
And thank you very much, Veronica Gao, for introducing a little bit of Meta Sports and also this what they call it Meta Spin. Meta Spin. So after this little girl, so can I have a try of this Meta Spin?
Of course. Please have a try.
All right, so now I'm going to have an experience on the Meta Spin to see, to have a real experience of this. And let's take a look. So now we see the page. You can choose different challenges. And now, all right, thank you very much. 所以 buckle up. All right, so now I'm going to start. 所以现在我是只要我开始骑，它就开始了，不需要倒计时是吧？ So I can start anytime I want. Right, so here we go. Oh, sorry. So now my speed is 33 kilometers per hour. ...70 kilometers per hour, and now I'm here to going to control the spin. Well, that is very tiring, to be honest. And this is compared with the spinning bike we see in gyms. It is adding a little bit of material, elements of esports, so making exercising a much more fun experience. And probably it will make you easier to insist. All right, I think I'm gonna experience. That's the end of my experience for now, because it's really tiring, and I'm not expecting to be exhausted for the rest of the live streaming. All right, I think that's it. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. 来，小朋友，您继续，很累的啊。All right, thank you very much, Veronica Gao. And just now we've experienced a little bit about this meta spin, and I can see that it's adding the elements of esports to spinning bike, making it much fun. 就是刚刚我们也体验了一下这个动感单车，其实我的理解是在这个动感单车的这个基础上，其实增加了很多的这个游戏的元素。这样的话，让整个运动虽然它是一项锻炼的运动，但是其实是让它更加的富有乐趣的，对吗？对，就是从游戏出发去做运动，然后运用元宇宙的技术，我们使整个运动产业能够迎来一个新的格局和新的一个方式。Thank you, Veronica Gao, for joining us. Thank you very much. Thank you. And as we are heading to our next stop, and let's take a look of other exhibitors in this in the exhibition venue, and we can see that different companies, many of them are top in their fields. They are here to exhibit their latest digital achievements and digital products. And as you can see, that many people are here. They are here to explore, and more importantly, to look for business opportunities. To be honest, today in Fuzhou, it's extremely hot. The highest temperature is about 41, 42 degrees Celsius, but that doesn't stop people from coming from different cities around China to be part of the exhibition. And personally, I think this is one of the most important functions of this exhibition, and it is in this vibrant atmosphere that China's digital development is moving fastly forward. And along the way, I would like to give you some more details, a group of figures of China's digital achievements in the past 5 years. So China's digital economy has grown to over 45 trillion yuan, or about $6.7 trillion US. The digital economy now accounts for 39.8% of the country's total GDP. And in digital infrastructure, China built the world's largest fiber optic and mobile broadband network, covering more than 400 million households. And China has also built 1.8 million 5G base stations, and that's very important. Now you go to basically even some small towns, you have 5G signals, and nurtured more than 100 industrial internet platforms, connecting more than 79 million industrial devices. Well, in the first half of this year, the total scale of electronic information manufacturing, software industry, communication industry, and internet revenue exceeded 10 trillion yuan. So with this group of figures, to summarize, China is becoming more and more digital. and it's influencing every aspect of our lives. For example, facial recognition when we enter the exhibition venue. However, to some special groups, going digital might not be that easy. And on the road to a digital world, we must leave no one behind. So during the opening ceremony held on Saturday morning, a special program called Enhancement Month for all people on digital literacy and skill is also launched in the entire country. It is aimed at helping people, especially those who have trouble in using digital tools, to enhance their digital literacy and digital skills. And here we are in the special zone set by the organizing committee to introduce some of the technologies to enhance people, especially special groups' digital skills. And we've seen in different sections they've have different products targeting different groups. So first, we see that here they have certain adaptations and certain exhibitions, on the applications to the senior citizen. And here I'm pleased to be joined by Lei Ming. He's the engineer of Industry and Planning Research Institute of CAICT. 那么雷工程师您好，就是我们看到的这个展区啊，它是展示的是有一个叫信息无障碍小程序，以及它有一些 APP 的适老化改造。您能不能简单给我们介绍一下我们这个小程序？
好的，大家好，我是中国信息通信研究院产业与规划所的工程师雷明。下面由我来为大家介绍一下我们与腾讯合作研发的国内首款集意见信箱与教老年人用手机等功能为一体的线上互动式平台——信息无障碍小程序。然后我们的小程序呢，主要包括3大模块。首先呢是意见信箱模块。意见信箱中呢，主要我们打通了用户需求与企业供给之间的渠道。老年人、残疾人等群体可以针对经过适老化及无障碍改造的 APP 提出改进建议。这些建议呢，将作为企业后续更新维护的主要参考意见。第二个呢是学用手机模块。这个模块呢，主要是我们为老年人提供了如何学习使用智能手机与移动互联网应用的线上教程。目前我们已累计提供了超过360余款教程，在线学习人次呢已接近30万。最后一个呢是老友宝箱功能。在老友宝箱中呢，我们提供了健康码、行程码、乘车码等老年人日常生活出行等场景中的必备功能。老年人通过点击和搜索即可一键直达。我们为老年人提供了更为实用便捷的数字化服务，让他们更好地享受数字化生活。谢谢。
So in general, this mini program is to make it more convenient for the senior citizens to use smartphones. So the mini program that is they have 3 functions. The first one is collecting a senior citizen's opinions and problems in using cell phones and different apps. For example, just now we've seen that they have WeChat, they have Taobao, the online shopping app. If they have any opinions or any problems, they can report and they can write down their opinions, and the mini program will send them to the company to make the companies to be more adaptive to senior citizens' needs. And the second one is they have a very detailed instruction on how to use smartphones and different applications. And now they say more than 300,000 people have uploaded the mini program and studied relevant courses. And the third part is now, because in China you need a health code to go anywhere, or the e-travel card. So they have a special zone that you can easily get access to every health code or e-travel code that you need in that area. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Lei, for joining us. Thank you. And as we are checking out other exhibition booth here, and we see this part is focused on the youth. And now let's find out what do they have. 哎，您好，您好，那个您简单给我们请问就是您给我们介绍一下您自己以及我们看到这个区域，您能简单给我们介绍一下这个区域的内容吗？
好，大家好，我就这样哈。 大家好，我是 vivo 战略发展代表曹婉。下面我将为大家来介绍一下 vivo 在未成年人保护领域的探索和实践。在设计驱动和用户导向的双重牵引下呢，我们针对不同的这个用户群体会提供对应的服务。然后在未成年人保护相关的这个探索下，我们在手机端开发了系统应用儿童模式、孩子守护 APP 和 Pad 侧的学习中心。我们会为
So this part is mainly about how to prevent children from getting addicted to internet. And 我刚刚介绍了一下，就是我们其实是一直在做这个如何来防止孩子沉迷于互联网。您继续给我们介绍，谢谢。
我们会为孩子介绍一些，我们会为孩子提供一些视力保护、应用管理和时长管理相关的功能。有效的可以预防孩子近视，然后对孩子接触外面的网络，防止孩子接触不良信息有一定的管控，然后还有对孩子沉迷于网络有一定的管控。然后我们针对不同的这个年龄段的孩子会有不同的这个细分内容，比如选择3到6岁，它就会有一些益智类的内容，有一些精选的故事。孩子在学习过程中的故事和教学启蒙等等，可以有效地帮助孩子更加健康、更加快乐的学习和生活。
All right. So in general, this app, the app that this company is made is sets limits to the duration of using the devices and also apps. And meanwhile, it also screens some of the disturbing information to children. And just now, Ms. Tao, she introduced there are also contents, for example, like cartoons and books in their apps for different age groups of children. Well, thank you very much, Ms. Tao, for joining us. Thank you. And now, as we are heading to the next exhibition, and here we have here we have Liu Jingren. He is the Deputy Director of Public Affairs Department of Ant Group. 您好，请您给我们简单介绍一下，就是我们这一个区域所展示的，它是针对的是具体是哪一个特殊的群体呢？
对，我们这个产品，我们这个产品是专门是给这种听障人群提供这种工作机会。然后，比如像我们这种带有这个语音识别的这种 IoT 的这个支付设备，我们通过这种2个屏幕的这种方式，然后来消除这种听障人群和正常人群的沟通。比如说，
稍等一下，我来翻译一下啊。So this is briefly a voice recognition software that helps the hearing impaired when they work. So now we see there are 2 screens. 这里现在是有2个屏幕的，这里有一个屏幕，然后另外一块屏幕是在背后 ，and they have another screen behind. So here is 那么这个屏幕是
给用户的。
So this screen is for customers, and this screen is for the hearing impaired workers. 那您能给我们展示一下，就是怎么样去使用吗 ？So can you show us how this can help hearing impaired from to in workplace?
好的，假如我来到一个奶茶店，我可以点入这个语音转文字的功能。
So if I came to a shop, I want to buy something, I will. 我们再返回一下。I can click here, which is voice to text.
您好，我想买一杯奶茶。好的。
So now we see the voice has been transformed into text, which means hello, I want to buy a cup of milk tea. And how will the hearing impaired? They will see 就是on the other side of the screen, the hearing impaired workers, they can actually see the text, which in here is 你好, hello, I want to buy a cup of tea. And this is the equipment that helps the hearing impaired to in the workplace.
对，如果在这个互动当中，然后我们这个听障的这种服务人员 可以给他提供这种相应的回复，比如说没有冰，或者说好的，我们的产品马上来给您送上，然后好的稍等。比如我们点一下好的稍等。
And here they have also set different commonly used expressions in here for hearing impaired workers. For example, here is okay, please wait a second, and this is no ice. So these are some of the common expressions that used by in the service industry.
所以我们在正常的和用户的这个沟通过程当中就可以了。然后我们像类似的这种活动呢，我们目前已经覆盖了这个22个城市，然后有120多家这个店员和我们在合作。所以我们也是通过这种交互的方式，为这种听障或者其他的这种特殊群体提供更多帮助和这种工作岗位。
So now this is used in over 120 shops in 22 cities in the country, and you can actually find where these shops locate in the map on Alipay. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for introducing and making things much easier for hearing impaired. And now we've seen something that is quite interesting. We see two helmets that's worn by a delivery person that's commonly seen in China. And I would like to ask what is special about the helmet. 哎，您好，我看到现在这个智能头盔啊，非常有意思。您能不能简单给我们介绍一下，这个头盔它有什么样的特别之处呢 ？So what is special about the helmet?
好，这是饿了么平台专门为饿了么骑士来定制的智能头盔。这个智能头盔呢，主要是用语音交互的一些智能化的手段来帮助骑手更减少的使用手机，然后能够更好的去保障他们的行驶的安全。
So this is a intelligent helmet designed by Ele.me, and it is the main function of the helmet is to reduce the frequency of delivery person in using cell phones while they drive. 那么您刚刚也介绍到了，就是它的主要功能其实是帮助骑手在驾驶过程当中更少的去使用手机。那么具体怎么样，它怎么样帮助骑手？我们能体验一下吗？
可以，这个请您体验一下。这个是跟骑手的，请您佩戴。
So now I'm a delivery person and I'm wearing the helmet. Right. So this is the helmet. 这个是要记一下是吗？好的。
然后您正确佩戴之后呢，它会有一个体验功能，然后它有一个语音接单的功能。
I don't know whether our audience could hear the sound that is coming from my helmet. So now now you can see that there are some words saying that now you have a new order, and I'm listening to the voice, which is exactly the same as here. So they are reading the text from the helmet. Right, but now they say the order is unidentified because this is not a real situation. 因为现在还不是这个实际的这个应用场景，所以它回复了一个未确认接单的状态。OK， 那还有哪一些就是其他的功能吗？ So what are other functions?
呼叫顾客的一个功能。
So it also has a So now the voice coming from a helmet say that you have an order that is about to be due in 5 minutes. So do you want to call your customer? And what if I want to call my customer? 就如果我想联系顾客的话，我应该怎么做呢？
联系顾客可以按一个一键快键，旁边的在这个地方是有一个一键快键，可以按一下，也可以通过联系顾客这4个字的语音来进行。
So I have 2 options. First is click this button. If I click this button, this will directly call my customer. Or I can say 4 words, which is 联系顾客, which means contact my customer. 那么我说一下联系顾客之后呢，它也会给顾客就是自动的去打电话 automatically call the customer. Right. So are there any other special functions?
这是一个灯款，这边会有一个自动警示灯，在没有路灯的情况下，它会自动进行闪烁，来保障骑行的安全。
So there are two kinds of helmet. What I'm wearing is they've designed this for summertime, and this is for the winter times. You can see it's thicker and definitely it's warmer. And they have a button here, which you press this button, and they will have. 它是在哪一个地方会亮灯呢？
它会在这个地方会亮灯。
So if you press this button, they will the flashlight will automatically turns on.
对。路灯过暗的时候都会亮起。
那如果还有一个很重要的问题，就是有的时候我们的这个外卖小哥其实可能会面临一些场景啊，这个灯光和光线可能是不够的。
对。
In some situations, the delivery person might not have enough light on the road. So what can we help to solve this problem? 那么我们在这样的场景当中有没有相应的解决方案呢？
我们后面是带有一个自动警示灯的，在您的这个头盔的后面，这个地方会在紧急刹车的时候会自动亮起。
So they have an emergency flashlight on the back of the helmet. And so one more question. 那么我还有最后一个问题，就是我们这个在开发出来之后，现在有没有这个外卖小哥在使用？他们的反馈怎么样？就是 do many delivery person they use this helmet and what are their responses?
现在在北京和上海已经有很多的骑手在使用这款头盔，他们的反馈非常好，因为我们在提前设计的时候已经是收到骑手的这些建议，我们定制了这款头盔，他们现在觉得是解放了双手，然后提高了他们的工作效率，然后一定程度上保障了他们的安全。
So this helmet has already been used in Beijing and Shanghai, and they say that the helmet has received some critical review from many delivery person. The reason is because they say when they designed the helmet, actually they've collected a lot of opinions and what they want from a delivery person. And thank you very much. Thank you for this is very interesting and do help many delivery person in a safe journey. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now let's go to our next stop. Is here we see there are apart from just now we've listened to some of the technologies helping the hearing impaired, and here we have a Borelli computer, which is a technology that is helping the visually impaired group. And here. And 您好，您就是我们看到这里是有一个这个盲文电脑，您能给我们简单介绍一下就我们这个盲文电脑吗 ？Can you briefly introduce us about the Borelli computer?
你好，这是我们中国盲文出版社、中国盲文图书馆专门为盲人深度定制的一款盲印电脑。它呢集成了电脑，然后电池、盲文的显示单元、立体音箱为一体，然后呢自带 Windows 系统，所有咱们通常电脑具备的功能它都具备，然后兼容性好，然后运行流畅，然后内部自带这个专业的读屏软件，盲人呢可以使用这个电脑非常方便的来浏览文档，然后控制电脑等等。
So this computer just now, he said this computer is just like any computer. They have every function. And what is special about this computer is you can see here they have a keyboard that is designed for a visually impaired person, and this is a Borelli keyboard. And 那您能给我们演示一下，就是这个怎么样？就比如说这个盲人他们在日常生活当中使用吗 ？Can you show us how to use this keyboard and this computer?
它这个电脑有2种这种补偿机制，您可以听一下，有一个听觉的，您听到有一个听觉的反馈，然后也会有一个触觉的反馈，就是它读的这控制面板，然后盲文点同时显示的是控制面板，然后盲人呢，如果有摸读盲文需要精读的，尤其是学生、按摩师需要考试的这种，他就可以一边听一边这种摸读来进行精读。您比如说，我给您操作一下，打开一个盲文文档。
For visually impaired person, they have two response system. One is the hearing system. Another one is the touching system. So they will combine the two system to make it understand what they want and what they are reading on the computers.
你比如我给你打开一个盲文文档，你看，他听到了我的电脑，然后他按回车，就可以打开我的电脑，然后我听到 C 盘， 然后我一回车就进 C 盘了，然后我就在，比如说我打开这一个外国文学《哈利波特与凤凰社》，然后这就我打开一个毛文文档了。
So now, just now, because the computer actually has a voice to tell what page they're on for the visually impaired person, and now they are turning a page of Borelli's.
同时，这个机器内置了盲文输入法。如果是懂盲文的读者呢，他是可以通过输入法来修改盲文的。他在阅读的摸读的时候，如果觉得这个地方不对，他可以进行修改。所以说，这个机器呢，对于盲人来说是，尤其是学生来说，还是非常实用的。
So in this document, and they can also change, type different words by this special keyboard, Borelli keyboard. So just now, he introduced that this computer is quite popular especially for students, for visually impaired students. All right, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. And now, and now we are going to next stop, and here we see they have an online learning platform for new occupations. And I'm going to explore what does this learning platform has. And I'm pleased to be joined by Lei Yongqiang. He's a staff member of DingTalk. Actually, DingTalk is quite popular for workplace, and a lot of companies are using DingTalk to improve working efficiency. 那么钉钉呢，我们其实是非常熟悉了，很多的这个公司员工其实都在用钉钉的这个软件来帮助提升办公效率。那么我看到今天呢，这里是在介绍一个新职业在线学习平台。那么它是具体是我们针对的帮助的是哪一个群体呢？
新职业在线学习平台呢，是我们人社部中国就业培训技术指导中心和阿里钉钉联合推出的一个专注于数字资源培训的一个线上服务平台。我们平台支持线上的在线开播、在线学习、在线学习记录以及这个我们的其他的各项功能吧。然后目前呢，平台跟这中国轻工业联合会等诸多的权威机构和企业，面向社会提供了大概50多门这个专业课程，以及1100个课时内容，主要面向新职业新职业这个人群，覆盖了包括人工智能、大数据、物联网以及电子竞技师等各类的新职业，满足他们不同的学习需求。那目前呢，我们平台的这个学习人数达到了932万，学习人次也达到了3000多万。那么我们钉钉也在里面做了一个贡献，就是我们推出的数字化管理师的课程，目前学习认证的人数也达到了这个229万。
So this is an online training platform that aimed at some of the new occupations that has emerged in recent years. And up to now, they have provided more than 50 professional courses and more than 1,100 hours of content, and covering areas like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data, cloud computing, and etc. And the numbers of learners, according to Mr. Lei Yongqiang, on the platform has reached 9.32 million.
下一个呢，我们钉钉的第二个产品呢，也推出是百信通这个产品。百信通呢，主要是我们钉钉积极响应这个国家全面推进乡村振兴这个战略以及数字化乡村发展的这种号召吧。我们重点打造的一个乡村治理数字化的一套产品方案。我们的方案呢，就是一方面我们提供一些这个在线即时通讯工具、即时通讯录以及在线审批等基础功能。我们还重点打造这个数字党建、村务公开、积分管理、网格化管理以及平安宣传等各个功能模块，满足这个不同区县乡村治理的不同的这种个性化场景的需求。
So this is a platform that DingTalk is building for rural governance, and because in rural areas their needs are very much different from those in companies, so they have customized and make researches about what they need in rural governance and make DingTalk more adaptive to their needs.
我们可以通过这个，我们目前呢，钉钉已经这个 在2021年入选了中央网信办这个乡村建设1.0指南这个是以我们湖北宜城为代表的百姓洞的案例就这样。
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, and here we came to another exhibition which is very quite interesting because I see here are some examination papers, and what is unique about this examination paper is it's a examination paper done by a visually impaired person, and it's done by Borelli. It's a Borelli paper. So now I'm joined by Yu Zhi. He's the doctoral supervisor in the School of Software in Zhejiang University. And what are we? I'm seeing that here we have some Borelli examination paper.
Yes.
And what is our system helping in this area?
Okay. Because our group is Eagle Lab, we have cooperated with the China Disabled Person Federation, China Braille Press, and Alibaba and other units to join to solve the technical problem for information accessibility. There is a huge difference between the education of blind children and healthy children. To improve the educational level ability, we have cooperated with the Zhejiang Blind School, Ali Duguang Oxia Group to develop this intelligent educational assistant platform. The system can translate the scanned pages of blind test papers into Chinese characters.
So now we are seeing on the screen is that it is translating the Borellis into text to make teachers to better evaluate the paper, right?
Yes. Because it's the first time that we support that the translation of the Braille mathematical formulation. It can translate the formulation, such as the picture, into the form that it can be easily understood by the teacher. So this system can supply the teacher with the Braille reading ability, and it can supply the educational industry for visually impaired users.
And so in the past, without this system, how can teachers evaluate the Borelli papers?
Before this system, all the teachers can only to look in this paper and just correct on these papers. For some younger teachers, they cannot understand the Braille very easily, so they are very difficult to understand the meanings of the paper. So it's very difficult for them to check the homework is correct or not.
So in the past, we must have teachers who understand this to evaluate the paper. But now other teachers can also evaluate because we have the system. We can translate the language.
Yes.
Well, that is very helping to make it more efficient in this area. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Yu, for joining us. Thank you. And so here in this exhibition, of course, today we're just showing a part of the exhibition, actually a very, very small part of the exhibition. But the reason why I choose this area is because apart from the digital developments and achievements, there are many, many special groups that might be left behind in our fast pace towards a more digital world, and they are also very, very important. And this is China's efforts, and this is China's every bit of efforts in making a digital world not only for a majority of the group, but also they care about every group in the society. And that brings us to the conclusion of this edition of the live streaming on the 5th Digital Summit. And if you have time, do come to Fuzhou and do come to the exhibition venue to explore yourself, because there's so much more to explore, and you may find your unique understanding about what it means by a digital China. I'm CGTN reporter Wu Bin, and thank you for joining us. Bye for now.